Hey, today we're going to talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness in general, just why we do it, what's the advantage of it, what's the disadvantage of not doing it. Next week we're going to go into depth in the what and the how skills. Today we're just going to talk briefly about the what and the how skills, but more in general about why do we do mindfulness. So mindfulness allows you to take hold of your mind. I love this picture that I found. If you can see it, it's a woman. You can see she's holding growing grass in front of her face, like she's growing her brain. And actually, there's some evidence that that's what mindfulness does. It helps us take hold of our mind. It helps us grow our brains. And I have my wonderful iPad here with a picture of my 3D brain. Many of you have seen this. So mindfulness allows us to change our brain, to take hold of it, so that we're not reacting and we have a sense of freedom. Just like my friend Bob's son. My friend Bob was actually in the water taking a picture of his son. And you'll see here, he's in this cage. And I don't know if you can see the great white shark coming towards him. And so his son wanted to take a picture, which he did. But then he could get right back in the cage. Kind of a wise mind decision. He got his picture, but he was safe in the cage, not reacting. He was free. And he could do this by taking hold of his mind. So I'm curious, how many of you feel like that you are focused in the past or the future? And what do you notice that does to your emotions? Mindfulness allows us to actually live our life. So I have a lovely handout here that a person did a number of years ago. Her experience of mindfulness, and she said mindfulness is a chance to be awake, to respond consciously instead of reacting automatically. Now, yesterday we had a graduation. So we had people in group that had been there. One person had just started. She'd only been there 2 weeks. And then the person that was graduating, they had been there for a year. And I asked them, tell me, what does mindfulness mean to you? I'm going to be doing this tape. What does it mean to you? What has it helped or not helped with? And one person who'd only been there for a month said, it helps me act in the present. I'm making better choices. Another person said they felt settled. Another person said, it helps me cope in the moment. I'm not thinking about the future. I notice what's going on. And actually, I can experience having gratitude. Another person said, it makes me aware of what tools I can use to help me deal with what's going on in the moment. So mindfulness is a little bit like, or mindfully, like going through a room with the lights on in a crowded room of furniture, versus going through the room with, the lights out. You can't see anything. So to just experience that, I'd like everybody to stand up and just put your hands in front of your chair. And it'd be great if you can do this with eyes closed, but if not, just avert your eyes and take a step back, just one step back. And I'd like for you to shut your eyes and take a step towards the chair. I noticed I just ran into my chair. What did you notice? Now take a step back and try it with eyes open. What did you notice? What kind of emotions did you notice versus the lights out, taking the step with your eyes shut, versus with your eyes open? What did you notice? You know, eyes shut. Just put your hands up in front of your eyes. Imagine if I was doing group with my eyes shut, I wouldn't be able to see you or notice what's going on. I really couldn't have it'd be pretty rigid the way I'd be responding because I don't have full view of you. I can't see what's going on. For that matter, you guys could have left. Okay, but I would have heard it. Okay, so mindfulness allows us to be awake in the moment so we can be free. And how in the heck do we do that? So I've got a story to tell you. Many of you know that I've been taking this class to become an expert skills trainer. And midway through the class, on the weekend, prior to the Friday that I had to turn in a tape, I started to get laryngitis. Then I got a sore throat. Then I got a fever. Then I started to get extremely fatigued and couldn't think straight. And then I got an upper respiratory full-blown infection that I had led me to being on antibiotics for a month. So I noticed by about Monday that my emotions were going like this lemon. Well, actually, I didn't notice this right away, okay? I noticed it about 3 days later, that I was just reacting to my emotions. I was thinking, I don't think I can do the tape. I'm worried. I can't see. I can't speak. I don't know if I'm going to make sense. And I started to observe, which is the first what skill, that something was going on and I was in distress, okay? And I started to describe that. And I thought, gosh, I am really reacting and I'm pretty miserable here, okay? And I'm getting very judgmental about my ability to do this. And I'm not being very effective. I'm just lying here worrying about the future. So I started to notice my emotions going up and down, kind of like this lemon. And I stepped back about 3 days later and practiced mindfulness, observing that was happening, describing it, and participating in it. So I stepped back and noticed. So I wrote the teacher. She wrote me back, Kelly, and wrote me back a very lovely note. I asked for an extension in case my voice, I couldn't speak. And after that, I noticed. I just settled down and focused 100% mindfully on getting well, to heal. I really actively participated in being sick and stopped fretting. Now imagine if I hadn't noticed this, I would have been miserable all week. Maybe by the time I was ready to do the tape, I wouldn't be prepared. It would all be at the last minute. I wouldn't have been very effective. So how and what we're doing is really important in learning mindfulness. So the what skills, if you want to turn to your page number 6, taking hold of your mind, the first thing you're doing is observing. So I want everybody to shut your eyes. Okay, shut your eyes. And by the way, just as you're shutting your eyes, just observe what you're thinking, if you're in the past or the future, what you're feeling. Now open up your eyes. So observe what you see. Describe the experience of when you had your eyes shut and now putting words on the experience. Might even categorize your thoughts. Might be a surprise thought. Might even be a judgmental thought. Might be a confused thought. Just start putting them into categories. What'd you notice? Red curler. Just like I noticed my emotions going up and down. You could say, I notice this limit. I can either react to my emotions going up and down, or I can step back, observe them, and then describe them. Now, participating is just like, imagine if you're a piano player and you're off key and you're playing the piano and here you go, and then you notice you're off key and then you go, oh, wait, I'm off key, and so you get back on key. That's what I noticed. I was reacting to my emotions. Now, how do you do that? Non-judgmentally. Just the facts, not opinions, not evaluations, noticing the consequence of being judgmental. I was being very judgmental about my ability to perform. One, mindfully, staying right in the moment, being efficient, really being able to live your life in the moment, reducing your suffering. And then effectively, I wrote my teacher. I let go of being right, let go of I shouldn't be sick, or darn it, I'm fighting being sick. Let go of it. So for your homework, what I would like for you to do is to practice mindfulness, observing, describing, participating. How are we doing that? Non-judgmentally, one mindfully, effectively. Notice, describe, write it down on a sheet of paper. Maybe an interaction. Be great to do an interaction that you're having with someone, and do a second one where you're just by yourself and noticing your own thoughts and emotions. Then go back and underline the judgmental words and then rewrite it. And come back next week and we'll talk more about the what and how skills. This is our last tape. Thanks everybody for your feedback. I've really enjoyed being with you, and it has been a ride. Have a good weekend. Bye.